Coming in at 25 foot 7 inches with the ability to sleep 5 and a rear slide out in the bedroom. Folks, this is a 2021 Thor Daybreak 24DB. And this is a great floor plan. If you're looking for something that's a little bit shorter, right? Not too short, not too long. You have a walk-around bed instead of a corner bed. This is an excellent option. The 24DB, basically this entire, if you take a look right here, this entire off-camp side is all one big slide out. So that really opens up this main space, right? The living space here as well as the bedroom. It really gives you a lot of room. So I like it because, again, it is a little bit shorter, right? It's under that 26-foot length, but you have a ton of space. And this one is at a great price. You know, I know a lot of people starting to get into it, and when you start doing some RV shopping, especially if you're brand new, you start weighing it out. Okay, you know, maybe I want a bigger travel trailer or a bigger fifth wheel, and I have to get a new tow vehicle. Should I do that, or do I just go the route of the motorhome? And, you know, as far as price point, it usually ends up being pretty darn close. The great thing about a motorhome, though, is the travel, right? It's the experience of getting to the destination, because everyone that's riding along is right here. Everyone's comfortable. You have, I mean, look at the seats you get to ride in. You know, you have seat belts right here. You can see that, you know, so you have riders there, plus up front. And if you need to pull over to use the bathroom, you have a bathroom on board. If you need to pull over to access the refrigerator, you can do all of that in a Class C, and this 24B is a great one for it. Let's take a look here at the kitchen space, because that's something that's always going to be important, is making sure you have enough room to cook. And this you definitely do. You have the pop-up countertop extension right there. You'll see the undermount stainless steel sink, because we have the upgraded countertops in here. It lets you undermount the sink, and this is a very deep bowl, so you can put some residential pots and pans. You can actually fit them down in there. High-rise faucet here too, and of course the sink top cover, so if you need to use this as prep space, you absolutely can. Even if you just want to use one side, right? You know, if you're using the countertop extension, you can leave this side in. Otherwise, you can take this side out. You can use this as prep. It gives you a lot of different options. You also have the recessed 3-burner cooktop with the front one there being high output, oven underneath, and you get additional storage under that. You have a bank of 3 drawers right there, plus enough space for a small trash can. Before we make our way back, I do just want to point out a couple things right over here, because these are important and I don't want to miss them. There's an electrical outlet here, so if you need to plug anything in, whether it's on the countertop extension or over here, you know, even if you have a coffee maker back there, you have the electrical outlets to be able to do that. Your battery disconnect is here for the coach, and you also have the solar controller. This one is prepped for solar on the roof. So if you want roof-mounted solar, again, it's already pre-wired, makes it very simple to have that installed. You will see adjustable storage, so you can fit in whatever you want in there. You know, and you can kind of customize that to your liking. Storage up top, microwave underneath that. Big window here too. That's one of the things I really like, you know, because it lets you see out to your campsite, and it brings in a lot of natural light during the day. Now, there is a small step up right here. You can see that. So, you know, be careful if it is nighttime. If you're coming from the top bunk and, you know, making your way back to the bathroom, you want to make sure you're not going to trip, or same thing when you're stepping down. But because this one is just a tiny bit longer, you know, it is a little further away from the bed. You get a little bit shorter. It's a little bit closer there. But this one, you know, again, it's pretty obvious where the step is. Right here is a pantry. The cool thing about this pantry is you have deep pull-out drawers on the bottom. So good storage space right there. Plus you can see the storage running all the way up. Fridge freezer combo next to that. This one does run off both propane and electric, and more storage above that yet. You'll also see plenty of vents. You have a vent fan here. You have another vent above the cab over, and you get a vent right here in the back. In a coach this size, it's amazing that you get 3, but I personally really like that, because if you want to open up some windows and you just want to, you know, use the breeze, you can do that. Open them up, you know, open your vents up and just have that, the kind of that cross breeze, that ventilation come through, so you don't have to run the AC. Right here in the back is the bathroom. I'll come back here, take a seat. So as you can see, I have plenty of legroom, great shoulder space, porcelain bowl, meaning that it's going to be easy to clean. Over to the side is our sink top, stainless steel bowl, mirrored medicine cabinet there, and I will take a step in the shower just to show you here. Folks, I'm 6 foot tall, and as you can see, I mean, even without the skylight, I could almost stand up. So, you know, if you're maybe like 5'10", 5'11", you can probably stand up without the skylight, but honestly, the skylight does take up the majority of the shower, so it's probably where you'll stand anyway. And at 6 foot, I can stand up there no problem. I don't have to duck down or anything like that. You have 3 robe hooks here, so you have spots to hang your towels, which is nice and convenient. And then in the very back is the slide-out bed. Now, I'm going to be honest, you know, when I come through here, I have a pretty big butt, so a lot of times my butt does hit the light switch and accidentally turn that off, but you are able to get around to this side, so you don't have to crawl over each other. That's one of the nice things about this floor plan, is that it's not necessarily a corner bed where it's, you know, stuffed into a corner where you have to crawl over someone else to get out and use the bathroom. Here you can get out on your own side and be able to walk around. Storage all across the top there, a couple large windows in the back. You definitely have electrical outlets and USB ports for cell phones, CPAP machines, whatever else. And you have a spot right there at the foot if you want a TV in the bedroom. There is another TV up front, and we'll see that in just a moment. One of the other things I really love about this one is right here. Take a look at how deep that storage is. So you have your hanging rod right up front, plenty of wardrobe space, and you have storage behind it, whether it's for shoes or whatever else you want to put back there, but huge storage. And then underneath, a couple of drawers, plus a little bit of extra storage underneath that. So great storage here in the 24B. As I said, this is just one huge slide out. More storage all the way across above the dinette, windows there. This is a dream style dinette, so it just drops down very easily into a bed. You'll also see cup holders. That's one of those things that, you know, doesn't seem like it's important, but I really like it because, you know, a lot of times I'll stop at a fast food place and I can put a cup right in there. Don't have to worry about it spilling, you know, one that doesn't have a cap on it. And then the kids can, you know, ride down the road. Everyone's nice and safe. We don't have anything spilling. USB port there, speakers here as well in case you want to listen to some music. And then right up front is the other main sleeping spot. Cool thing about this, folks, this is a 800-pound weight capacity. That means you can easily sleep 2 adults up here, no problem. And that's a big deal for me. A lot of Class Cs, that is not the case. A lot of manufacturers out there where, you know, this is like 350 pounds, some are 500, but 800 pounds up here is awesome. You'll see the window over to this side. Again, USB ports, a little nut there, so if you need to charge your cell phone, right, you can just drop it right down in there, charge away. You will see, as I said, the cup holders there, and then the main TV will be located here. You can swing that out and around. Of course, if you're up there, you can watch it, but, you know, if you're sitting in the dinette, something like that, you can swing it out and around. And then right up top here, it's a little tough to see, but you have like your HDMI splitter up there, so you can, you know, hook up any auxiliary components, things like that. If you take a look down below, you will notice the cockpit. If you haven't driven a Ford Class C, pretty much most of the cockpits are very similar. This is on the newer chassis, so you're getting the V8 engine in there. Has more torque than the old V10. If you haven't driven it, I do highly recommend it. It's definitely a lot more peppy than the old V10 that's been around since, I think it was like the early 80s is when they came out with that one. So, so I definitely do like the added torque that they have put in there. A couple other things I do want to add on the dinette. There is additional storage right here. You can pull that out. See if I can move this ladder real quick for you here, just to kind of show you. So nice deep storage, and there is an electrical outlet in the dinette there too, so you can plug that in, you know, in the event that you need to do any kind of work or anything while you're on the road. Making our way to the outside, you can see the beautiful graphics package we have on there, and the big power awning with the LED light strip. You'll also notice, of course, your mirrors coming out so you can see beyond the body as you would expect. The front cap right here on the front, you have a front 3/4 cap, which looks beautiful. And then, you know, making our way back, we'll sneak right by you here. So we can see a couple different things. If you're going somewhere you don't have water hookup, you want to make sure to fill the fresh water tank. This one has a 40-gallon fresh tank. That's where you'll fill it right there. You're looking at 37-gallon gray tank, 34-gallon black tank on here. So decent sized tanks as well. Couple electrical outlets. Dropping down, you get the Rotocast bins here, which are super easy to clean out because you can just wash them out. You'll see a light in there too. All of your compartments will have LED lights in them. Same thing as we make our way back. You can see Rotocast bin LED light right there. Another thing I like to talk about when we talk about the Daybreaks is the fact that they send this chassis out to MORride. It's a professional upfitter. they do a lot of things that a lot of other manufacturers don't do. For example, they computer balance the drive shaft to help take a lot of vibrations out when you're driving down the road, because the last thing in the world you want is a brand new motorhome and you're driving down the road and it starts shaking a little bit and then everything's rattling in the back. Nobody wants that, and so they make sure that they computer balance that drive shaft to help eliminate that. And also they do a great job of giving maximum storage, and because they're able to control everything for the chassis, they can also control where they put the tanks, so you get kind of those unique tank sizes like the 37-gallon gray tank. If we take a look right back here, of course in the center, you can see your backup camera right there. Also a ladder so you can climb up onto the roof. You'll see the bumper right back here, but more importantly, underneath that is your hitch. Folks, that is a 8,000-pound hitch. You want to talk about some towing power on a gas engine? 8,000 pounds is fantastic. So if you have a larger vehicle or if you need to tow a trailer behind you, this is a good option for it. And as I said, it comes with that big hitch. Your slide out right here, you can see it has 3 of these worm-driven gears on there to make sure that the slide isn't going to shift or anything when it comes out. Very solid. Has the slide out topper on there. I do want to show you real quick some of this other big storage. Take a look at that. Huge storage right over here, which is a big deal because anytime you can get outside storage is a great thing. And then you will also see more storage right in there. And again, this one is lit. Folks, if you like what you have seen on this Daybreak, this 24DB, this one is starting at $80,000 or $80,505, which is as little as $16.10 a day. All you have to do to claim that is text the word RV to 46642, drop it in the comments section below, or give us a call at 877-297-8725. We do have another Daybreak coming. If you like the Daybreaks, maybe you want something a little bit different in a Class C, we do have a ton of different lines available. All you have to do is text the word fresh to that same number, and we'll be able to show you all the different Class Cs we have and make sure we find the perfect one for you.